for noxious weed, we can sell our chemicals at whatever we want. If we levy less than $1.5 million, we gotta sell our chemicals at 75% of cost. So, we need to keep it at that $1.5 million. And to be real honest with you, we're setting good in noxious weed. I ended up going back and
Trimming it.
had to put that, yeah, I put it in the wrong line. 1, 2, 3. If you'll look at the 2022s, that 51,203 I put a transfer in that wasn't really a transfer. We didn't actually transfer it. But I did that to get a carryover down, otherwise I wasn't gonna come up with $1.5 million. So is that okay? I mean, I just wanted to know if later on you're looking and saying, well, we didn't actually transfer that. Well, you didn't. But I had to do that to get us back up to $1.5 million.
Okay.
Okay, hospital is 6 mils.
And 1%, we'll add more in.
Huh?
1%, oh, it is.
Six-
yes, yeah, I got it.
6
Yeah,
mils each
Gotcha.
for the ad valorem. And then your home for the AIDS, once again, 6 mils there. So, and then that's the end of the levy funds. After that is funds that have other sources, like the Spatial Parks and Recreation. That is a little bit of a tax coming from the liquor by the drink that comes back from the state. Okay, the 911. That is a combination of landline taxes and cell phone taxes that end up coming back. And seems like all the counties out in western Kansas, they're all getting just right at about that 60,000 on that. So that's where we're at on that. Prairie Dog, I just left it the same. And so, and that's some carryover money. And then the noxious weed capital outlay, that is, there's, the noxious weed capital outlay fund is a little different. And you've got various equipment funds, and the equipment funds aren't budgeted. And then you can also have a multi-year capital outlay fund, and that's for use of, the capital outlay is for use of real estate and buildings, and that's not required to be budgeted. But the noxious weed capital outlay fund, in its statute that authorizes it, says it must be budgeted. And it can be used for both equipment and real estate, so it's kind of different. So that's the reason it is being, I've got it in there as a budgeted fund. And then, after that, we get into the funds that are not required to even be budgeted. And so, you can see you still got 500 and some thousand in your multi-year capital improvements fund. Page B. Oil and gas depletion, you still got 118,000 there. That multi-year, was that for the home? Was that restricted for the home, or do you remember?
Multi-year? Which one?
The
Yeah,
multi-year capital, the previous page, multi-year capital improvement that we had over
Oh,
500,000.
that's for the bond payments. Anything left over from the 6
Okay.
mills is put over into there.
Okay,
Well, I mean, the actual 6 mills is for the bond. But then the appropriation, the equivalent of the 6 mills is for operations.
Right.
Yeah.
But what this is, it's the extra, the,
Yeah, the
The
extra
6
from the
mills.
appropriation is set over into the
in
capital.
case some years the 6 mills doesn't make up the full amount.
Doesn't make the payment.
but it's related to the home.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was kind of thinking. Because the multi-year capital outlay, if it didn't come from a specific source, then it could be basically, like if it came out of the general fund, it could be used for about anything. But I was thinking that since that
Yeah,
kind of come out
specific
of
to,
the home.
or should be, I mean, they should have.
Okay, okay, on that B, there's that special road improvement, and we had $1,681,000 at the end of last year on that. So that's what I said, is, hey, we got money sitting there, that can be used for a road and bridge for anything. It can be, we can pay salaries out of there, we can buy oil out of there, we can buy equipment, and we can buy in the road and bridge, we can buy out of there. Landfill closure trust on the next page, we got over $500,000 in that too. Then the last,
How much do we gotta put in that every year? We have to put so much a year, don't we, in that?
We had like 62 or something,
okay. The
I can't remember.
next page, you've got your equipment reserve, which is all the funds that don't have a specific, like a road and bridge has its own statute for its equipment reserve. So this is a combination of all the different departments, but you're setting real good there, $2 million. And I've got some counties that are running so close at the end of the year, the general fund's negative, so they take and well, we need to take 5% out of all the equipment funds and bring it back to get us back to, so you kind of use it as a additional cushion and say, once again, you guys are setting really good there.
Good.
So, anyway, some grant money, looks like that was spent. Okay, and then, okay, here's another one, yeah. Capital improvement home for the aged. So, got another 500,000 there, so. Okay,
I'm sorry, I'm confused. I
No,
think we've
that other
got,
one is not.
Yeah, 'cause
we've got some,
on the first page, the multi-year capital improvement, and then on the next page, you have the capital improvement home for the age, so which is,
are these same or?
3.
on what page are you on?
Isn't that,
page 15 has the multi-year capital improvement, and then page 18 has the capital improvement home for the age.
because that should be the bond thing, that their equipment reserve.
Multi-year capital
I better show that. That's
I wonder if this capital improvement isn't,
because there shouldn't be that much in the capital improvement.
they're close, the ending balance is close, the same, I thought maybe we had them doubled up, but I think they're different funds. Have you got a printout of what your current cash is? And we
I can take one real quick.
can- Yeah, let's look at that. Make sure we don't have it doubled up there, but I'll bet one of them is we got the bonds, and maybe we had money left over after construction. And that's kind of what he thought anyway, and that might be one of them. And I think at one point, we were transferring out of general fund, out of the home for the age to a capital outlay fund too. Putting money, that was back when we was building, or getting ready to build that assisted living and do the improvements and stuff.
15, 16, yeah.
Didn't Eddie and them want to have a capital improvement fund for their deal?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out, because you know, like I was saying, the equivalent of 6 mil is for the bond. And then the 6 mils is for the bond, the equivalent of 6 mil is for the operations. So that appropriation, anything they weren't using was supposed to go into a capital outlay fund, if they didn't use all of it.
So they, for like improvements or something.
Right.
They needed.
Right.
Is that for the rest of them and the assistant? So, when we built the assisted living,
Multi-year, isn't that?
Yeah, so this,
That's
here's
what
the
I'm thinking.
multi-year, and then here's the, home for the aged capital improvement. So they are two separate
There's
funds.
two, yeah, right now you get 577 in one and 616,000 in the other.
Yeah. I'm thinking the multi-year
And then-
capital is county.
This is the bond,
Okay,
the 150.
yeah.
Okay, so,
But this, I think, is the county's, is it not?
The 577,
Yeah.
what are you showing? Let's see, 577. Yeah, you're showing, it's not, doesn't look like it's restricted to the home, so I think you're right.
Okay,
So you do have two, you got one that sounds like you can use it
Right.
for the county in general, and the other that's restricted to the home.
right.
So the 577's the one we could use? Right. Okay.
Okay, we're sitting at, right now, at 74.586 million. That's 15 mil decrease. In the old days, when we used to have the tax lid, I would have said, oh, we can't do that. Because our old tax lid, by the time you see in the next year you needed money, it was too late, because you had to put it on a general election and have the voters approve it. We really kinda got rid of the tax lid and replaced it with what's called the revenue neutral rate. And if, let's say, a year from now, we come in and say, oh, we need to go back up into 80 mils, we can do it. The only thing is we have to jump a few more hoops. We have to have a special hearing, which we have right before our regular budget hearing. Our dates of when we have the hearing is a little different. We have to do a resolution, and so there's just a couple of extra hoops we gotta jump if we needed to go back up, but we can sure do it. And, you know, this is the third year under this new tax lid, which makes me think, well, maybe this is what we're gonna have, so. So I'm not that concerned about dropping the levy down
Good.
and with all the reserves and stuff we've got.
but ag, according to our appraiser, our ag valuations went down, but residential went up. When ag starts, or
Right.
commercial rates, I mean, when residential rates start going down,
ag will go
It's
up.
you think ag will go up?
Yeah, cause ag's on a, I think, 7-year cycle. I think we're in,
Okay,
You just never know what that's gonna do. You just,
The last is the fire district. It's the last page. And they requested, they adjusted the line items, but the total budget's the same. And I got that adjusted up to the revenue neutral rate. So it's actually gonna drop a little bit from 2.8 mils down to 2.7.
So the county, nothing's going over the RFP.
That's where we want to be on this.
If this is where you think you wanna be, I'll get you a new summary and stuff for your next meeting. And then we'd have, the hearing on the 15th of August. And is that 15th, is that,
It's on a Tuesday.
It's on Tuesday.
okay, and that's when your mid-August is?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, last year you had it at 9 in the morning, shall we have it at the same time? On that day?
Yes.
Okay. And you'll have to get your publication the first week of August.
Right.
Need to be published that week. So, okay, we're looking at 74.586.
It'd be awesome if the evaluation was about half.
We've got a pipeline that's supposed to come out here in a few years, so that'd be nice on that. Because it's in for 10 years. One oak pipeline. So
That
that'll
would
bring
help.
some relief.
Yep.
I'm always afraid my hard drive will go out on the way home.
Better to be safe than
Than
sorry.
sorry.
Yep, okay.
Well, thank you.
Yep, thanks for coming out. What's that?
I'm gonna call 5 minute executive session.
And let me know if you're gonna change that.
Yeah,
They're like-
I don't, I think it's gonna be good, but I'll let you know for sure.
Okay. I'll probably work up next week. The copy, I'll get back.
Okay. I'd like to ask for 5 minutes of executive session for non-elected personnel.
I need 5 minutes too. Can we do it at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you need 10 or 5?
Just I don't know how long he needs, I just need a couple
Five
minutes.
will be fine for
Okay.
that, so.
Okay.
So just go.
You need 10.
Okay.
Is that a motion?
Yes.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded for 10 minutes of executive session for non-elected personnel. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Thank you.
Aye.
All opposed?
Thank you, John.
Drive safe. They're out of Norton, right?
Yeah.